Good morning, beautiful Savior. One of the big projects we've had was putting together a place that we took apart and transplanted from my aunt and uncle's house last year. Now, there was a lot of wood to replace, but eventually we got the point where we could put it back together. Katie and I worked extremely hard, and we were able to do 99% of it. However, there was one part that was nearly impossible for us to do. But of course, that didn't stop us from trying. We struggled, we groaned, our arms became tired and weak after trying for an hour to get this one right. After that hour, our next door neighbor showed up and helped us get that last 1% together and complete the project. Now, I should have been relieved, right? I should have been thankful. Instead, I was kind of annoyed. Now, don't get me wrong, my neighbors are great. They are kind, generous, caring people who have done nothing but help my family in many times and places. I hope and pray that they would say the same of our family. But when I start a project, I like to be the one who finishes it. There's a sense of pride, and for whatever reason, extra help cuts into that pride. It's for this reason I'm convinced the Apostle Paul wrote this just for me. He says in Romans 12, "For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the measure of faith God has given you." In other words, stop being so prideful. Let others serve you. Be thankful for them. And maybe these are words you need to hear today as well, because it's not easy, is it? We would rather struggle, groan, and even become tired and weak before we let our pride go. But let's learn from Paul today. Stop being so prideful. Let others serve you. Be thankful for them. My hope and prayer is that, unlike me, it won't take you as long. In fact, it might take you less than an hour. And so God's blessings to you as your pride falls and your thankfulness rises.